Good evening and welcome to Weather Fans Live here on Sunday, the 5th of May 2024.
It certainly is. Here I am. Hello.
Hello.
I'm back after my week's hiatus.
So let's say goodbye to him. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, dear. How dare you?
Also, for the first time, we're trying it. We should be live on Instagram as well. We normally live on Facebook, but due to Facebook doing something like not allowing third-party software to go live on Facebook, we thought we can't go live on Facebook. We'll try somewhere else. So we should be live on Instagram.
And we are. I've checked on my profile, and if I have a quick nosy at there we go, Weather Fans Live. Yep, we are live.
Yeah, excellent. So something that we're trying. But if we can't stream onto Facebook, let's try somewhere else as well. And that's why Zach and a few delay or just sort out at the end going, oh no, quick. So I managed to get that sorted out so we can go live on Insta.
Yeah, definitely. Twitch might be a good one to try. I don't know. What do other people think? What other platforms should we try? No, that's my job off the Twitches, Michael. I'm the one with the Twitches. But
I'm just wondering who we got in. I was going to say good evening to Laura. Yeah, Laura, nice to see you on the live chat. And then we've got everyone else in. I think we've got two other people watching.
Yeah. Quickly put your names down on the list.
Yeah, feel free to leave a comment below. Any questions, anything you need to know? I know Gav wasn't live tonight, so if there's anything that he wants to look at, just feel free to ask us. Yeah, I've got a feeling that Gav could be in a bit later on tonight.
Yeah, he usually does. He usually pops in about 8:30, doesn't he? So
yeah, bless him.
Even the gaffer might pop in. We might even get graced by two of British weather royalty. Hopefully, but we never know. Anyways, I was going to say, yeah. So it's been a pretty mixed week, hasn't it? Especially was it Thursday and Wednesday night and Friday for me. We got some of the old flashy boom, as I call it.
Yeah.
Especially our Liz and Scott as well. Southern Storm Photography.
Yes.
We're in the same place. Didn't know, even though they were like Liz and Scott knew they were in the same area.
Yeah.
They didn't know they were in the same car park literally in each other's.
Were they?
They were literally at the same place at the same time. And Liz spotted him with his camera sticking out the back of the car. They crossed paths but never met, apparently. So, yeah, I know.
So she saw him and never went to say hello, or
no? I think it's because he was lashing down, weren't it? And
yeah,
you don't want to get out of your car when it's lashing down, not unless you read Timmer or Connor or Freddie or anyone like that. One of the American storm chasers who, got bigger kahunas than we have.
Yeah.
I had some on Friday up near the Scottish borders. I took a hunch and went up there because there were storms coming in from Berwick. So I thought, I'll go take a nosy up there. Got caught under a pretty hefty shower. It was giving out infrequent lightning, but still managed to see some for myself.
You see something?
I've seen something, exactly. It's what it is. But hopefully tomorrow, conditions look favourable. So we'll have a look at that shortly. Yeah, lenticular clouds, Laura. They are usually when the prevailing wind is against following the cloud. Against like a mountain or a hill or something like that, where the wind goes over the top of it, kind of thing. I've seen lenticular clouds over at the Peak District.
Yeah, what happens? The cloud will just start build up in layers in one place, and that's where you get those straight lines, really.
Yeah, it's like the lee of the hill, isn't it, usually, with the wind going over.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, if the conditions are right.
Yeah, I've like I say, I've caught them. When was it? It was during the winter. It was one of the storms anyway. And I was over at Hartside and looking over towards Lake District, towards all the hills on the northern side of the lakes. And yeah, I got some beautiful lenticular clouds there, look like little alien ships. But Friday, I got to see some asperatus clouds.
Yes.
As some folks will have seen on Facebook, on the Weather Fans Instagram, and I believe on the Facebook group as well. I put them, as well as my own personal YouTube page. Yeah, they were nice to see as well. So yeah, today I've seen more in the way of scud, and like when the scud's going against the prevailing wind. So like the low levels going one way and the higher stuff's going the other. So it was actually good to get out there today and just have a nosy, shall we say, and just adjust, calibrate. That's the word, calibrate. So yeah, it was great. Yeah, there were nice pictures there, Laura, actually. You posted. So where do we go?
I was just about to show you the April stats in a second.
Yes.
Did your computer ping or did mine then?
No, mine's fine.
Okay. I'm just gone onto Instagram. I was like, the Instagram comments will actually go on through an Instagram, not coming through to StreamYard. So,
yeah.
So, Shew on there. Weather and Ham Radio. Shew.
Yeah, Weather and Ham Radio. That's me.
Jake's asking anything going on tonight, storm-wise, on Instagram.
I don't believe so.
I know there's a few showers around.
Yeah, we've had some up here in the northeast, but we're just like passing. They built up, but then they just faded because there was no sun to keep them going. Up towards Scotland, there's been some. I think they're due to move south tonight.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing at the moment at all. As I'm just checking on, they like the text on my phone.
Yeah, we had a look yesterday.
Sorry, it's Catherine from Cleveland. Is Blackpool going to be good weather next weekend? We'll have a look in just a moment on that. Last time I checked, it's again like it's been for the last week or so. Things are quite slow moving, and there could be still a bit of a change before next weekend. But we'll have to take a look at the charts probably in the next 15, 20 minutes.
Yep, we will indeed.
So let's get back to the StreamYard tab.
Get the April stats.
Yep, let's get the April stats and let's bring them onto the screen. Well, there we go. Found the tab. I've got quite a few tabs open, so it's like trying to search for them.
Nice, all right.
If I'm mistaken, I shove that on the screen. Yep. Let's put us down the bottom here. Let's take us off so we can actually see the stats. So these are the temperature stats for April. This is looking at the 61 to 90 anomaly. Temperatures were around about 2 degrees above average for much of the Midlands into southeastern areas. There's a few pockets, one towards southwest Scotland, one towards northeast of England as well, 2 degrees. And elsewhere is about 1 degree above average compared to the 61 to 90 anomaly. Compared to the 91 to 20 anomaly, temperatures were virtually more or less bang on the money, really. Perhaps just the far East Anglia and then far southeast. Well, it's like, is that the Kent coast down the bottom there? That's probably about 1 degree above the 91 to 20 anomaly.
Yeah, it's quite.
So if we're going by that, it's been virtually like a bang average month.
Yeah, I think it was. I think Liam Dutton said it. The first half of the month was warm and above average, and the second half was below average, which evened it out, especially against the 91 to 2020 average.
Compare that to April 23. It's a bit,
Mhm.
a little bit warm actually. April 23 was a bit cooler than average, so it's
Yeah.
definitely a bit warmer than last April.
Mhm.
So let's have a look at the rainfall. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Shall I try that again, guys?
There's the mean. The mean
That was the
in
maximum I was looking
total
at.
is 61 to 90.
Well, let's try again. Let's scrap that. So for the 61 to 90 anomaly, temperatures were about 2 degrees above average for much of England and Wales. For parts of northwest England to Scotland and most of Northern Ireland, it was about 1 degree above average. Compared to the 91 to 20 anomaly, it across the Midlands in parts of South Wales into the southwest of England, it's about 1 degree above average, and elsewhere it's been about bang on average for the month, apart from that tiny pocket towards the western side of Scotland. Let's have a look at the rainfall. So compared to the 61 to 90 anomaly, and it's kind of been no surprise really. It's been mostly wetter than average. Parts of Scotland, northwest England, perhaps northeast England as well, had over 200% of the April rainfall, and it's a bit sporadic elsewhere, really, into England and Wales. Some parts of South Wales there and southwest England have also had over 200% of their April average.
I say there's a pocket of drier than average somewhere near Rutland, I think, or Cambridgeshire. Yeah, there.
Yeah.
Whether that's a blip or not, I don't know.
Hard to say, really. But it's been sporadic, really, across England and Wales. You've got some that have had more than normal, and some have just had slightly below. There's a few pockets that had a bit more, like around about 175%. There's others that have had about 75 to 175% of the April average. So it's been mostly a wetter, it's been a wetter than average, but some have had more than double than the April average. Let's compare that to last year. How did April look last year? Well, it's a lot wetter than April of last year, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So if we go to the 91 to 20 anomaly, there's virtually no change, really, is there?
Now, what was the actual? It's like for the month itself. So that's in values of millimetres.
So everything that's brown or
West.
any shades of brown is 100 millimeters or less. Then looks like some places have had over 150 to. Well, so there's a few pockets there of 200 millimeters, especially over towards Cumbria.
Yeah, I mean the West did get the brunt of it because of it, coming in off the Atlantic, but it's very slow moving for the whole of April, really, and even into May. This wave 5 pattern that's just blocked, like and especially now that the jet stream's slowed right down.
Yes, it's not helping at all, and it's why it's making weather forecasts in a minute a bit uncertain.
Mm-hmm.
There's even parts of northern Scotland there they've actually had less than 100 millimeters as well. Let's go from rainfall. Let's have a look at the sunshine amounts. So let's click on to 61 to 90. And it kind of been a surprise, really. It's been a bit of a average to duller than average for much of the UK. There's a tiny bits in the far northeast, literally the far northeast Scotland, where there's slightly a bit more than average rainfall, sunshine. Compare that to the 91 to 20, and literally virtually all the UK have had a duller than average April. So around about 70 to 90% average of sunshine. And in some places have had between 50 to 70%. Let's now take a look. We've had some air frost. Let's have a look at the days of air frost. So anything that's white, as they've had no air frost at all. Anything that is blue is the first shade of blue is between like 1 and 5 days of air frost. And no surprise, really, parts of the Pennines up into Scottish mountains have had at least 10 to 20, if not more, days of air frost. Ground frost. It's more widespread than I realised, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking still about 5 to 10, quite widely there, between 5 to 10 days of ground frost across the UK. Again, parts of the north, especially over Scotland, have had between 10 and 15 days of ground frost.
Well, Pikachu's just walked in.
I'm guessing that's Rachel.
Yep.
Yep.
Evening, Pikachu.
Good evening, Rachel. No. I did not realise that was Rachel. Dear Rachel, hope you are.
From last week's comment, I think. Or was it the week before? Anyway. Yeah, ground frost. It has been nippy, actually. Especially here. It's been colder than average.
Especially during the second half of the month.
Yeah. Like I said, I've had the heating on. It's not like me to have the heating on past March, to be honest with you. I've had to have the heating on, especially first thing in the morning. Luckily, electric being on economy 7.
Well, ironically, we're going from electric to lightning strikes. So let's have a look at the lightning strikes. Let's
look at the electrical.
The actual from one electric to the other. So these have been your lightning strikes for April 24. So parts through northern England through into Cambridgeshire, parts of Norfolk, looks like parts of London. And is that probably like the M1 way? So this will perhaps that was that line of thunderstorms that through that cold front, wasn't active cold front that came down, which gives the tornado in Newcastle under Lyme.
Yes.
And Nottinghamshire as well.
Correct.
So it would have been that cold front.
It would have been.
And as well, as you can see, there's been a few flashes towards western areas. But as you can see, just off into near continent, there's been plenty just missing us there. It'll be very interesting to see when we get the 8 May stats already, special weapon in the first couple of days. And that look compared to 23. Kind of similar, really, especially through this area here. And I'm thinking 2020 was quite an active year, unless that was really dry, wasn't it? Wasn't until
it was dry at first, and then it got active.
Yeah. So we moved that to was it June 2020 where it really blew up. Yeah. Well, look at that for 2020 June.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was. I remember that. It was warm for like 2 months, 3 months even. It continued to be actually quite warm even after the lightning. August was the next month that was really, really bad, if I remember rightly, from my time in and out there, Midlands.
Oh wow!
Jeez!
Wow!
Christ!
Where's the UK? It's like someone just threw blue paint on.
I'm just having a quick look at the lighting for the whole of that time it funded on. I don't know what I'm doing.
Because yeah, even May was quite quiet because May can sometimes be that start of it, really.
Mm.
But yeah, because we had that lovely spring of 2020 during lockdown.
Yeah.
Then all of a
Thank you,
sudden,
Boris.
June, as you mentioned, July quieted down a bit.
Yeah.
Then August. Definitely a few thunderstorms in August by the looks of it.
Yeah, there was quite a lot, if I remember rightly, 2 or 3 days consecutively that there was thunder.
Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent there. So let's get back and have a look at the comments. Just going to look over to Instagram. Just bear with me.
Yes, okay. I'm just having a look at the lightning for, was it on Wednesday? Just having a look. I was being nosy.
No one's currently watching on Instagram, so hopefully it's the first day of Instagram.
Yeah. But yeah, speaking of Instagram, subscriber count. I'll just bring that to the. Have you got that, or do you want me to share that?
I can't make it much. I've actually got the live screen up on my side.
Mate, there we go. I'll just quickly jump on.
I'll swap to YouTube. Hello, Catherine. So you've jumped from Instagram to YouTube. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. So we're just trying Instagram for the first time as well.
Yeah, it might be the best.
We can't have direct access to Facebook, which we used to do, but I thought let's try a different
platform.
Yeah, social platform.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the Instagram page.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see that pop up. There we
go.
All
right. Yes, as you can see, guys, we're at 73 followers now. Don't forget, we've got to get to 100 to get our gav out. At least, you know, I believe. How many is our YouTube at now, Michael?
Just give me a moment. I'll have a look.
We are 71.
Oh, 71 on there.
Yeah, 71 on YouTube and 73 on web fans on Instagram as well. Yeah, Gav does need dragging out.
Oh, you just literally at the same time. Yeah, Rachel said, yes, Gavin needs dragging out. He's dragged himself out today because he's gone for a meal, hasn't he?
He has. I think our Lizzie's going to drag him out by his feet. So, yeah, we're on 73. Guys, share it amongst any other weather communities that you're involved with or anything like that, or friends, family, whatever. Let's build the following up on Instagram and on YouTube as well.
We would like to get Gav out by the end of summer.
Number one. Yeah, that's number one. Yeah, definitely. Weather fans. Here's a little story for the noobs that have joined us in the last few months. Let's go share this tab instead. I aren't logged in. Tomorrow will be our 3rd anniversary.
Is it?
Yes. Have a quick look on your dog and bone and it'll tell you on the admin things. 6th of May 2022. Sorry, 2021, if I remember rightly.
I didn't even know where to look for that.
On the about, I think. Actually, I might be able to drag it up, actually, if I can. If I remember rightly how to do this. There we go. It's there, Michael.
The group was created on the 6th of May 21. Oh. So it's
So we're up to our
so
third
it's
anniversary
birthday
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Happy birthday to us. So yeah, and we're at 2,200. Evening, Steffi. You're not on the phone to me.
I'm on the phone to Paul.
That's weird. I wish. Anyway, Steffi, never mind. Hello. Hello, is that Steffi? But yes, I was going to say. I've just seen Pedro down the phone. Tell Paul I say hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
What we're going to say. So yeah, 3 years we're at now. And as we were saying in March, we want to try and improve the product more, make it more in depth, like we are doing. Paul James is on about, oh, Steffi, you have to let me down like that.
He's used to being let down. It's been let down more times than I've
story of my
replaced
life, that is. Story of my life being let down. Anyway, only joking, Steffi. Don't take it personally, please. Yeah. So as I was saying, we're trying to improve the product, and like we said back in March, we're looking at other revenue streams that that can help us get there. And one of them was buy me a coffee. We haven't pushed it so much yet. Oh, hello, Michael.
Hello.
What you got there?
That's for Rachel. I'm eating a chocolate froggy.
Oh, I thought that was something completely different that's brown then for a minute. Audio coffee in. I want a Storm 2. Feels like we haven't had many this year. Hopefully it'll improve. Anyway, yes, so as I was saying, we haven't really hard promoted our Buy Me a Coffee our page there. It's just more for paying for the platform that we're on, and so we can.
So I'm going to be a bit not professional. Yep. Rachel says, "You upset this Paul now. Shall I get my little violin out?"
Yeah, get the smallest violin you can find and play it for me, please.
Just book it.
Won't even probably make a noise anyway. So yeah, that's something we've been looking at. Obviously, we've got to pay for StreamYard. We've got to pay for NetWeather as well, stuff like that. It's just so we can bring the product a bit more better for you, bring it more in depth as we go forward.
Good evening, Tom. Thank you for joining us.
So, yeah, I might put it up on the group later, Michael, if that's okay, with the Buy Me a Coffee.
Yes. Go ahead.
If everyone's okay with that. And also, we're discussing this course that we were trying to mash together between the four of us. So between myself, Liz, yourself, and the boss. And if people are interested, by all means, I mean, the first one I'm going to look at was tornadoes for obvious reasons. A lot of you follow tornado chasers across the world, and we'd like to give you a better understanding of, how these work. Yeah, Michael's playing his now. Look, bless him, playing his violin. So yeah, that'll be something we're looking at as well. Right, shall we get into the nitty gritty now? I've done all my babbling.
Yeah,
okay. Let's do that. Speaking of naughty stuff across the ocean, this is for tomorrow. So we've got moderate risk, I think, across Alabama tomorrow and up into, I don't know the states personally. My memory's shot. So as you can see,
if on that image there, if you just scroll down slightly, it will tell you tell you the lines and the areas. The big cities.
Yeah, it tells you the county. It tells the
so I've got that screen ready as well.
The populations and stuff. There we go. So yeah, you've got Oklahoma, Kansas, both in the moderate zone with population of around about 2.2 million nearly. They're in that moderate risk. The enhanced risk, which is around about 6 million, which will include, Kansas City in Missouri, I think it is, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Lincoln, Nebraska, Overland Park, Kansas, and Kansas City again. Slight will have 6.7 million, which includes Omaha, Des Moines, Springfield, not the Simpsons. Anyway, Wichita Falls and Denton in Texas. Marginal will be anything like where this line is around here. That includes Dallas, DFW, Dallas Fort Worth, Arlington, Texas, St. Louis, Missouri, and Plano, Texas. I've no doubt that there will be a heap of storm chasers in this moderate zone tomorrow. I'm just going to have a quick look at convective outlook. World scale discussions, all SPC forecast. So, I'm just trying to find tornadoes. So that would be under that. So all SPC according to watches. Let's we go. So yeah, there's going to be quite a lot of stuff happening tomorrow. Also on Wednesday, I believe, as well. Excuse all the noise outside.
Yeah, watching Ryan Yall, because I'm subscribed to his channel, he was saying that this week could be one of the most active weeks possibly so far this storm season.
Yeah. I was watching the State of the Yall yesterday. Yeah, we were saying it's going to be very active tomorrow, so it's taking a while loading. Anyways, let's get back to our weather. I've decided to log into my NetWeather Extra account today to bring you a better product, rather than my usual weather outlook. Nothing against them. It's just full of ads and it does my head in. As you know yourself, when you log into NetWeather, it's full of ads if you don't pay for things. So this is, let me just quickly refresh the page to see if it has updated. It hasn't, so it's still the 3 o'clock run. And as you can see, this is the precipitation that Thundery, well, it was thundery earlier, but it's not now. But that rain moves south during the night, kind of fizzles out and then reinvigorates as it comes over the border.
Hello.
Yeah, and then there's this here across the southeast, which might give us some flashy boom boom. This cape available off the southwest coast, but it doesn't necessarily mean, we've always said this, it doesn't necessarily mean things, the nose of warmer air there, but there's nothing really to write home about. So yeah, that's moving in tomorrow. What we need to do is keep an eye out for where the potential for storms are tomorrow. So as you can see there, around about 11 o'clock, so that's 12 o'clock British summer time, the storms start to pop up literally anywhere tomorrow. More likely across, I'd say, anywhere south of County Durham, really, and across to Barrow-in-Furness, maybe, Teesside southwards, so the Midlands could get some, West North Yorkshire, possibly East Yorkshire as well, any of the Yorkshires, because, Yorkshire is the best county. But even...
No comment.
I know you can't comment. But there could even be some across Northumberland Hills again, so depending on... I'm trying to set myself targets like Ryan Hall did yesterday, was talking about setting parameters for going storm chasing and going live and things like that. So I'm looking at that at the moment rather than just going out just for the, on a whim. I want to be kind of sure. But yeah, storms could be literally anywhere tomorrow. Smells like, say, across the north, but wouldn't rule out some in the Midlands or even this here. That's worth watching tomorrow.
Yep.
I don't know. Talking to myself again.
It's definitely the case of no casting. It's going to be definitely watching the
so,
radars.
yeah, mate. Yeah, it'll be radar watching. That's what I was doing today.
Yeah, unfortunately, because to me it's just a normal Monday. I'm going to be working, so I won't be available till probably about after 3:30, 4 o'clock.
That'd be this is 1500, which is 1600 BST, because the Z means UTC.
Yes.
So we're always forward an hour. So this is round about the magic hour, as we call it. So there is plenty of cape available tomorrow. So them storms going to go straight up. I think whether they'll be capped or not, I don't know. So have a look at the wind direction, which way they're going. That's the upper level winds. So it's going to be very flabby tomorrow. You got some off to the south and some to the north, and right down the middle where the thunderstorms are predicted. It kind of a convergence again, I would say. Let's have a look at the wind direction. Yeah, very loose, very flabby wind direction, which will cause the storms to be very slow moving, I'd imagine. Because it's just not, the wind's just not going nowhere. So I think down the middle is going to be pretty much where the convergence will be. Whether it'll happen, I mean, the temperatures tomorrow are meant to be, let's go to surface. So this is surface tomorrow. Let me just zoom in if I can. So this is at the surface. We're looking between 24 to 27 at the surface. So that's ground level.
24 to 27
degrees at surface. Yeah, that's like, but there we go. This is at 12 o'clock. So, yeah. I just like to put surface on because that'll give you an idea of how much the warmth is getting into the tarmac and the buildings and stuff like that.
For a second, I'll please work for the Daily Express.
That's if the Met Office aren't watching. But yeah, tomorrow 18 degrees, quite possible. I heard somewhere the other day, I think it was either on Ryan Hall or one of the other, I think I was watching one of his live streams, the members only ones. And he mentioned something about 14 degrees being the magic number for thunderstorms, and how that's like the wet bulb temperature or the dew point. It's got to be 14 at least. Then
again, you can have thunderstorms during winter.
Well, that's it. It's all down to thermodynamics, like we discussed in a few weeks back, and how much moisture's in the air and all that kind of stuff. But with temperatures like that, I wouldn't rule out the odd big anvil, especially early on. But I would say, yeah, anywhere like County Durham, Yorkshire, down into the Midlands, I would say it'd be prone, even across the northwest, maybe. We'll see anyway. I divulge or digress even. Just zoom out.
No, keep it there, actually. It looks a lot better. See more defined the potential where the showers are.
Yes, so if I just rock it back to 10 o'clock, wait for it to catch up. There we go. So if I start up in Scotland, ignore that Y, that's just the imagery off the things. Well, there we go. We've got showers breaking out across the borders. Where I was on Friday, up towards Hoyk and Jedburgh and places like that. I don't think I'll be heading that way tomorrow because them storms looked. I'm thinking somewhere where I usually go, somewhere familiar, but I want to try and mix it up a bit. Maybe even to the North York Moors. They're quite prone for thunderstorms, but looking up here, it's just like you say, it's just going to be a case of nowcasting tomorrow. See there,
Yeah.
look.
Also, these
Liz
most of
was
these shows are
saying,
very hit and miss. These won't be exactly where they're going to be going off, but it just gives you an idea how scattered these showers will be. If the will
see
do
some there
happen,
with,
they'll be on the heavy side.
yeah, especially some here with big, like cells black. So that means hail usually. So there could be some with
So
hail. I
that
wouldn't
featured up
rule
East
out.
Anglia is a bit of a one to watch.
Yeah. So you're going to have to watch this to see how it comes off a continent, whether it's thundery or not. As you've seen during last week, they are moving across the channel and maintaining. I mean, a thunderstorm that was in Denmark, was in Denmark or Holland, made it all the way to like this area here, and it didn't lose its identity. It kept recycling. It was quite strong. I mean, it died off a little bit, but then as soon as it come nearer to the land, it kind of picked up again, just off East Anglia, and then it just tracked and sort of hit towards Bridlington, Driffield kind of area, and then it just kept going. And then it just sort of like stalled across the northeast. I didn't hear anything. Apparently, it was thundering down in Durham. I think Jake or Joel or someone off the group who lives down that way mentioned it. I apparently, I looked on the radar. Apparently, there was a thunderstorm just off the coast, and I didn't hear it. So I was a little bit miffed with that, unless I got woke up by it and I didn't think about it. Just my luck. So yeah, North York Moors, literally anywhere could be prone to it. But I would say to the east of high ground, the Midlands, and the southeast, Wales is looking quite juicy as well, to be honest with you. And just zoom out one last little bit so I can rock it on. But yeah, then as soon as it could be a late evening thunderstorm across North Pennines, towards Northumberland Hills. Maybe we'll see. They might fizzle out, but tomorrow, like I say, it could reach 20 degrees, I reckon. And like Michael just said, watch this feature off the southeast coast as well. Could move further west, could be further east. But yeah, literally anywhere could see a thunderstorm tomorrow. So Gordon, if you're watching, get your camera ready. You could be going storm chasing, mate, if you're not working.
Good evening, Paul James. We've heard about you tonight.
All
we heard that Steffi was talking to you.
Yeah, your ears are burning, mate. I'm in the northwest direction is important. If it comes off the Pennines westerly, it's either going to chalk itself out or intensify, normally fizzles out. Yeah, usually the just on about what Audio Coffee's saying. They usually, if it's from this, we were discussing this with Gordon the other day, actually, about how thunderstorms tend to split when they get to the Peak District, and 19 times out of 20 they'll go up the M6 and track. Your browser's lost connection. Let's go away. So they'll go up towards Manchester and up the M61 and the M6 and kind of peter out towards Preston. But sometimes if the weather's coming from the southwest, they will go up the Ribble or up the Fylde coast and then through and up into the Dales. I'm starting to get a feel of the topography around here up in Northumberland. And it can start off in Carlisle like these are here. Let me just go back to my page. So like they are here. They can fade out here, like as soon as they cross the hills, because he's like 700-800 meters above sea level. As soon as they drop back on the other side towards Hexham, Corbridge, trying to think of some other towns over that way. But you know what I mean. The reinvigorate. Kind of did that today, but they didn't. Like I said, there was no sun to give them fuel, keep them going. So they just petered out. As soon as they got to Newcastle and Sunderland, they just died out. So they looked
Sorry, audio
interesting.
copies have said, I've watched the storm head towards Manchester Airport from the south, but then did the dog leg off towards Chester. I was furious.
Yeah, that's about right for on that side of the Pennines. Then dogleg off towards Chester. That's another thing, actually, yeah, because with Manchester can either like hit it and fuel it like there's no end, you know what I mean, and proper send it up like I got last year. Sorry to bring it up. Or like you said,
we mentioned about the urban heat effects, which can affect some cities, especially like London, Birmingham, Manchester.
Yeah.
I've witnessed it many times because I live on the other side, but on the northeastern side of Birmingham, where I'm in Tamworth. I've seen it many times where a shell comes over Birmingham and it just kind of blows up in front of me. This happened last year on the day where you and Liz were storm chasing. Then you've kind of like finished because nothing was happening. And all of a sudden was watched that cell from was it towards Warwickshire, towards like Cheltenham. And as it came over to Birmingham, it just blew up and had that any circulation in front of me.
Yeah, as you can see there, look, there's one there that's black. That's indicating one towards Liverpool, probably. So Warrington, Liverpool.
Oh, I think that could be more towards Manchester, to be honest.
Yeah, Manchester's kind of over here, I think, and Liverpool. Let me just zoom it in a little bit so we can have a look. So yeah, I would say that's more Liverpool. No, Liverpool's down here, so that'd be around about between Warrington, somewhere around Warrington. Runcorn's over here, isn't it? So
yeah, where your arrow is now, if you go towards northwest, that's the Wirral, and the other side of that is Liverpool.
Yeah, that's the Wirral there, and you've got Liverpool.
Yeah, literally, Liverpool's just next to it.
And then Blackpool. That goes to Barrow, Carlisle, all that area.
You went all to me mallet on us then.
But then, like Michael said, you've got these ones here. You've got the Hermony Island effect as well, just to the north of Birmingham. So
if that can just hold off to about 3:30 when I get home tomorrow, then I'll be happy.
Let's have a look, because this is still the 15Z run. So that's around about 4 o'clock tomorrow.
So, well, as I said, it's just definitely one to watch. They could just pop up anywhere.
Exactly. So, guys, now casting's the thing for tomorrow, and like I said, this cape available, as you can see there. So they could pop off in the northwest. Could, like I say, it's very flabby tomorrow. Let me just have a look at the pressure pattern. Yeah, there's no wind, so just zoom out. Yeah, so you got lower pressure off to the southwest, which is where that feature will be. But in between, there's just no wind. So whatever does pop up is going to be very slow moving. So I would expect Net Weather to possibly give out a warning, maybe even the Met Office.
I think the Met Office may do a yellow warning tomorrow, but if they do, it'll probably be during tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it'll be literally
it's worth it. They might mention about the slow moving showers. Yeah,
it's probably going to be after the GFS comes out at 6 o'clock, and also the ECM. And this UKV and all the other models. Just while I'm there, I'm just going to have a quick look at the Rome, because this is quite a good resolution precip. This is the French model, so Oh la la.
Just before you carry on, Steffi's
Yeah, okay.
comment actually. Good evening to my fellow psychic Paul. I don't know about you, but my phone has been pinging all day with the solar flares going off. Do you know what? I've had that all day myself. You must have the same site as I use. It's just been, I must have had about at least 15, 16 notifications all day. I guess you've not done much ham radio as a result.
I haven't done any recently, if I'm honest. I was going to go out today and do some, but I kind of got took over by the rain and like looking at the scud and stuff like that, and it was just getting a little bit too more interesting. But next weekend,
Well, physicist, not sorry. Do what I said then, but it's physicist. I've said it wrong.
a physicist. Let's have a look at Aurora Watch. Aurora Watch hasn't got anything going, but there has been a flare that got a, like CME'd. I think it was yesterday or the day before, so I would expect that to hit tomorrow or Tuesday. It usually takes about 72 hours to reach the Earth. So yeah, I'm the same as well, audio. I'm going quackers with all the rain, but I'm going to bring that over to Michael in a moment. I'm just going to run through the around.
I've just gone through it all. I've had 22 notifications from that site just today, since 6 o'clock this morning.
Crikey. So is that the solar flare one that you was? You'll have to share that with me on.
Yes.
I'll share it with us even.
I'll tell you the name of the app once I find it. It should be right in front of me. It's called Space Weather. Space Weather Live.
Yeah. Like I say, I haven't. It doesn't really affect the bands I use, which is 2 meters and 70 centimeters, which is 144 to 146 and 433 to 436 megahertz. Don't really use or HF that much because I haven't got the setup to use HF. So, but it can affect 2 meters, as I said a few weeks ago. I'll go into that another time, actually. But anyway, I digress. Thunderstorms. This is a higher resolution model still. As you can see there, that features a little bit more further west on this one. But there's a whole band of thunderstorms.
Yes. I did see something going to affect parts of the Benelux.
I won't be
I didn't
surprised.
realize it was coming that far across. So,
yeah. With the UKV,
the last 24 hours.
Yeah, UKV just tends to focus on like us, whereas the Rome, especially the HD model, tends to go from like Scotland, like the Scottish borders, south. The Rome itself, I just drag that down, only covers like from the Midlands. So, like I say, I use the HD model because it's further out. This is showing more thunderstorms more across the North Pennines, North York Moors, through the Peak District, into the Midlands, and across Cambridge, Norfolk kind of area. Let me just rock it back to about 8 o'clock. So nothing there. And then as the day gets warmer, bit of thermal heating. See if this has got cape. No, it hasn't. Let's have a look at the 2 meter temperatures. And it doesn't say as much, but yeah, around about same, I'd say, as it was on the UKV, around about 17, 18, possibly 20. Wind direction.
I was just looking at that with what you're just showing there with the rainfall.
Yeah,
as I looked at it, also there's a triple point to it, and I've just looked at the facts charts, which I'll show you in just a moment. There's not a triple point centered just towards the west of Germany.
Yeah, there's the low pressure tracking just to the south, from what I remember from watching the Met Office earlier.
It's a very weak layer of low pressure. That's why. So yeah, you can just about to see the triple point there. Obviously, extends out, say, from west to the east of Belgium, to West Germany, a bit further west with your pointer. A bit further west towards. No. Where you just was then, West Germany. You go around about that. Your screen keeps moving.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's your triple
Yeah,
points. Where your arrows now is the southern bit. Then you've got the occlusion
yeah,
going westwards up towards the UK, and you've got the warm front that's
yeah,
heading towards East Germany.
yeah. So you'll have this.
So there's
This
your
will be the
triple point
warm
there
sector.
towards the East Belgium, West Germany border.
Yeah, so this will be the colder sector here because you've got the low there. Look,
That's more the occlusion there, where it's occluded
yeah.
across.
Well, on that note, I'll pass it over to you for the facts charts.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Hopefully it's my clicking.
Just going to get that on the screen now.
And here we are. There we go.
Oh, Instagram has disconnected the stream. They currently disconnect streams after 1 hour for most users. Oh, okay.
We're still going. Right. Steph is asked, please can you explain what a triple point is? Is it the low with 3 arms coming from it?
I shall show you in. Sorry, I'm just clear that off my screen now. Otherwise, it's just going to be. There we go.
Yeah.
I'll show you actually what a triple point is. So, this area of low pressure, which has been slow moving, I'm on the screen, aren't I? Yeah.
Yeah, you're on the screen, mate.
So this area of low pressure that's sat towards our surf right now. It's probably why many parts of the surface starts to cloud over during the day. If I move that over 24 hours, what you'll see now is you've got a triple point just here. So you've got your warm front just here, you've got your cold front here, and you've got this bit here where you've got the cold. Yeah, you got where the cold's caught up with the warm, and it's just a mixture of both, really. And here you can clearly see the triple point just sat just there.
Yeah.
Sometimes with a triple point, you just need to keep an eye on, which could cause. Sometimes it can cause. Well, probably Liz might agree with this. I'm not sure.
So I quickly go back to that phone.
Some sort, or if any thunderstorms occur in this, and they could be quite severe or really heavy.
They're usually where they are. Yeah, they're usually along the old front, I think. From what I've been seeing, and across the occlusion. They're usually in like where the border, the warm weather is usually where they're most severe. From what I've seen in America, obviously our thermals are different. So yeah,
so this way, what Paul was showing, that extension of the arm going across towards East Anglia, that's the occlusion I mentioned. Then you've got that little bit there, which is the part of the cold front. Then you have that range towards Eastern Germany, which is part of that warm front there. That sense that low, there's actually 2 senses of that low, actually, with the X's.
Yes. But there is an X there as well, but it'll be a very loose, a very shallow low.
Yeah.
Especially at 1007.
So we need to give it that said. It could cause a few thunderous things. I'll have a look at the Cape lifted and the storm risk in just a moment. Excuse me. No. So let's bring it forward now from that's Monday. That's Monday lunchtime. So there's that little trough there towards north of England where a few showers could break out. So I think showers could break out mainly for northern England. So it depends how far west this comes. This little feature could trigger a few showers. Excuse me. This is why I shouldn't drink fizzy pop on the live. Do apologise for that. Also, you've got this little weather front here as well. So this could just cause a bit of instability across England as well, as we're seeing, could cause a few showers. Some of these could be on the heavy side risk of hail and thunder. Or if you're from the 80s or 90s, hail and pace. I'll move on very swiftly.
Yeah, Yorkshire.
But once we get into midnight on Tuesday, that weather front is just sliding away to the east, really. And we've got a developing area of high pressure coming up from the south and the west as well. So you've got 1022 and 23. That looks like what it's going to do as we head further to Tuesday, high pressure start to become established across the UK, which means things will start to turn drier and more, I would say, more sunnier. So in this scenario, literally high pressure 1030 is building right over the UK, centered more or less just off the east coast there. Can't rule out some rain for parts of Northern Ireland into parts of northern western Scotland. High pressure stays in control into Thursday as well. Again, some weather fronts could be skirted across the north of Scotland as well. And with quite light winds, it's going to feel pleasant in the May sunshine. Got to realise now that the sun is as strong as it is during the start of August. So if you're out in the sun for a while, you've probably got a risk of maybe getting a bit of a suntan or sunburn. Depends if you reflect or attract. In my case, I reflect because I'm that bloody white.
I was going to say I just tend to, I tend to reflect as well. I don't tend to attract.
You need when you see me in the sunshine, you just need your sunglasses because I'll just blind you.
Yeah, especially your head.
Probably talks of me. There's probably talks of me going to the towards the Arctic just to reflect the sun rays back into the atmosphere. But anyway, do you mean reflect or absorb?
Well, I don't know about absorb. We tend to absorb information rather than sunlight, especially me. I hate heat, and I just hate the sun. Well, I don't mind the sun being on me. I just hate the heat. So
up to about the late 20s, I can cope with anything more than that. So I'm not a great fan of, unless I've got a fan.
I'm like is it July 2022? I'm in my early 40s. So nah, I don't do heat.
So 3:00 on Monday, there's that we've got little areas of low pressure. One we mentioned going towards Germany. We've got that little feature which will stay off coast there into Normandy, parts of northern France. Then we start to see a hint of that high pressure building up from the west and southwest. And the upper airs is in response for a bit of warmer, drier weather to come in. So high pressure will sit across us on this latest GFS run. And it's due to sit there till at least the weekend. Could drag in a bit more warmth. But with that, there's a possibility of a little shallow low developing. If that comes off, it gives us the risk of possibly some heavy, possibly thundery showers coming up from the southwest. That's something we need to keep an eye on for the start of next week if it comes off. And if we run that through, low pressure starts to take control and it starts to turn cooler again. That's not looking good for the second to third week of May with low pressure sat over the UK under relatively cool air. But from this morning's run, it's not in agreement. If we put that through to the 6 o'clock run from this morning, it's in agreement really till we head into next weekend. So there's a little low going away, and there's your high pressure building up through Tuesday, which will turn things drier. And if you're under prolonged sunshine, it will turn much warmer. Next weekend as well, it's not showing any low pressure at all. That keeps us high and dry even through next weekend. And winds are shifting slightly towards the east, but it's not a cold direction really at this time of year now. Unless you get the sea breeze off the North Sea, which obviously North Sea is much cooler still this time of year. And we've got the heat building from the east, could tap into, I reckon, perhaps low to mid-20s there if that comes a bit further. However, again, compared to this latest run, there's that low there sitting towards the southwest, which could bring up some heavy, possibly thundery showers up from the near continent. And that keeps that low there through into days, days 10 at the same time, we're tapping into a bit of a north to northeasterly there, which is trying to bring cooler air down. So that could be a bit of a battleground there. It's like the cooler air does actually win out, and high pressure starts to re-establish itself towards the west. And as we know, the position of the high is important for where the air is coming from. And this has got high pressure sat towards the west of the UK, and it starts bringing us this cool north to northeasterly wind, which will cool things slightly down. And this morning's run keeps us under high pressure, really. So maybe a blip on day 10 with that low pressure just set towards the southwest of the UK. And that really keeps us mostly high and dry, really, apart from coming into days 10. So let's have a look at those. So let's have a look at those. Well, actually, firstly, let's go back to the current run and have a look at the Cape and lifted risk for tomorrow. So let's put through today. So we did have, so that I was mentioning to you earlier on that seems like something's blowing up towards the Cairngorms, and that's probably why there was just a slight bit of Cape there. So that just kind of seems to have blown up.
Yeah, they didn't really get going across the Cairngorms, did they?
No, something was blowing up, but probably not enough to give anything significant.
Yeah.
So there's actually a bit of Cape and lifted around actually through tomorrow. So potentially, we've got that weather front towards the so we've got the triggers. The triggers, you need a few triggers. Obviously, you need Cape and lifted for the air to rise up into the atmosphere. And also one we need to watch out. One thing we need is a weather front of some sort. So you got that one towards the southeast of the UK, and it's showing that trough towards the north of the north of England, perhaps southern Scotland as well.
So that means
you've got another one towards the west of Wales. So in between that, we could see some bit of rising motion. Well, say rising motion. Obviously, clouds could build up, but these shells could be very scattered. If they do, it could be on the heavy thunderous side. And as we head through into Tuesday, well, with that high pressure building, I think the storm risk for the UK this week is actually tomorrow. And with high pressure in charge, nothing significant at all. Then this was showing that low, I think, actually on the weekend, just gone. So it's not showing too much there, perhaps a little bit through Saturday. But that gets us a bit unsettled as we went through on that other run. I won't go any further than that because 10 days away with Cape and lifted is just too far. We'll go with the 6 o'clock run. This morning's run. See if that Cape and lifted is similar to this morning. So this morning's run wasn't shown as much, which was shown on the latest run. But as we've seen, things go high and dry through as we go from Tuesday onwards. Then that low pressure set towards the southwest as we head, I think it was into Monday. So there's a little bit there Saturday, but we need that trigger if there's any weather fronts there. Then there was that risk, I think, during Monday. Not quite, because that gets that sat, all that Cape and lifted. If there's a weather front there, things are going to go bang in the near constant if that was to come off. Yeah. So let's go back onto the latest run and have a look at those lovely temperatures. So will it turn warm as well? Let's take a look. So let's go through into tomorrow. So temperatures widely into the upper teens, maybe scrape a 2021 somewhere, perhaps towards Lincolnshire, maybe Cambridgeshire, depending if you stay warm and dry all day. Again, there's those risks of those heavy, possibly thunderous showers. Then high pressure starts to take control. There could be some lingering cloud there towards parts of the far northeast of England into Scotland, where temperatures will be pegged back into the high single digits, low double digits. Elsewhere, we're about at least 15 to 21 degrees. As we head through into Wednesday, temperatures again, even parts of northeast England respond back. I'm guessing where the sunshine will come out again. Temperature up into the upper teens. Again, maybe 20, 21, maybe 22 can't be ruled out. Into Thursday, summer temperatures could be a degree or two more compared to Wednesday. Again, looking at around about 17 to 22 degrees. Into Friday, and temperatures keep rising with this latest model run from the GFS. Again, temperatures widely into the high teens, maybe up, could get to 23, maybe 24 degrees.
Beep, 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 beep. Gav's Vince has just walked in the room.
Good evening, Gav. Just back from dinner. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you enjoyed your dinner, Gav.
Yep.
Do you have a dessert as well, Gav? So we're just showing that to say we're turning more high and dry as we head through from Tuesday onwards. As we mentioned, we're saying that there's risk of some possibly heavy thundery showers around through Monday. Then as the week's going on, temperatures also like they could respond in that area of high pressure, high teens, low 20s. So finally, after waiting feels like an eternity, temperatures as well before we want them. High teens, low 20s, and even as at this stage through into Saturday, temperatures could be up into the high teens, low 20s. So if you book this week off as holiday, you've picked the right week if you like the sunshine. So I'll just quickly flick through. This was actually cooling things down, I think, from days 10 with that area of high pressure building to the west. So we can see the temperatures responding to that. Temperatures into like barely getting into the teens.
Yeah, once that's fairy tale land.
That's what they have high pressure building towards our west. I bet if I show you the
6 o'clock,
that'll keep temperatures, I think, quite mid to high teens easily. So this morning's run, quickly run through that. Temperatures start responding to that high of high pressure. So we head through Wednesday onwards.
Night, Paul. He's up for work at 4 a.m.
Good night, Paul. I'm awake at, my alarm goes up about, what time do I start? I think my alarm goes up about 4:40 myself, so I won't be that far behind you. So again, this
Don't
was
be saying
shown.
that stuff, you'll be getting jealous.
So there's a heat bump towards Benelux, temperatures up to 25 degrees, even though we're still in the high teens there through that Monday. Also, we could have a weather front or something across the UK on Tuesday the 14th, temperatures down into the low to mid-teens.
Maybe some thunderstorms or something.
Wow, look at that.
Jeez. Ooh. Nah, that's fantasy land, that is. That's fantasy land.
I've got to say, looking at that, with a temperature difference of about 13 degrees in the space of about 150 miles.
I'm not buying it.
You can actually be naughty and have a look at the Cape and Lifted, actually.
Don't.
Oh, saying that.
Nah, I think the GFS is he's having a I think he needs his medication. He's going bipolar on us.
I see why Liz calls it the global fairy story.
Yeah, for sure.
So yes, that's the GFS latest GFS models. One thing I like to do. Oh, sorry, I've still got Gav's message on there. I do apologise for that throughout that. What we'll have a look at now is the ECM WF12Z.
This would be an interesting one.
Let's clear that from there. So this goes into 24-hour periods, so we can't do it like we've just shown with the GFS. So let's go through straight into Monday mid-afternoon. Oh, I love adverts. So there's that low, which is just going to sit off towards Normandy. Again, could affect parts of southern areas, especially down southeastern areas through tomorrow. Does this get that high pressure building? You can actually see that high pressure building already, actually, just towards the southwest. It's this thing, oh, bugger off. So high pressure starts to move in through. I'm not going to win this battle, am I, with this bloody ad?
You're never going to win against the machine, Michael.
So yeah, through Tuesday, high pressure starts to build up from the southwest. And as we go into Wednesday, that also builds that high pressure over the UK, keeps it sat there for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. This is showing for Saturday as well. This keeps that high pressure over the UK. And not until we get in today's 8, where things start to turn a bit cooler from the northwest.
I would say it starts fingering it in, but that's just too rude for this time of the night. No, it's nosing in. It's trying to extend.
It's pushing that. It's pushing the high back towards the southwest, and we've got low pressure sat over the North Sea there, bringing in a much cooler northwesterly flow.
Yeah,
but then again, out of the other models, this keeps the warm air in. Well, yeah, warm, dry air into at least the weekend.
Yeah, she's good.
So high.
Usually after like 7 days, it's a bit meh. It's sponsored by the Met Office again.
So what's been on with it? What's been going on with the messages since I've been live?
Oh, Rachel said you said a naughty. You said bugger off.
I've said a lot worse than that.
You did. I'd say stronger words than that, but yeah, everyone's just been having a natter in the comments.
Yeah, let's just take that off for a sec. Oh, hello. Don't want to do that.
I am the smaller one of the two for once.
So let's go through the comments.
Just all having a natter in the comments by the look of it. Thank you.
This is what I thought, but you've explained it way better than I could and remind me of stuff I've forgotten about. You're both brilliant. Oh, thank you, Steph, for that kind comment.
Yeah. We are who we are, you know. We try to explain things in simple terms, and I'm sure our Gav does the same as well. She does. So
Kayla Pace were brilliant. Yeah, actually, I've seen I mentioned about Helen Pace earlier on. I've seen a clip earlier on from Helen Pace.
Yeah.
Oh yes. So you mean reflect or absorb? I think that's what we're talking about. Our skins reflecting the sun. Warm rain is great. It's like splashing about in the bath water. Yeah.
Not for me. I don't do baths. I'm too tall.
We were in Tenerife last year during the heat wave there. No, that was hot. Oh, new person on there. Hello, Miss. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing it. Is it Meaty?
Yeah.
Hi from Scotland. Nice to see a new name on the live feed. Welcome to Weather Fans Live every Sunday at 8 p.m. And Gav, who's possibly still in the comments, he goes live on his YouTube channel at 6 p.m. normally on a Sunday.
When he's not eating out.
Yeah. But he does deserve a break, Gav. He works very hard, bless his soul.
Steffi's just said, phone's pinged again. Another M flare and an R1 blackout ongoing. R1 is, I think, the lowest one. Whereabouts? I'm going to have a look at that, actually. I'll download the app, because then I'll understand it. Space Weather Live. Space Weather Live. And I can look for myself and stop asking. Usually, I always notice they always happen around like the equator, especially around like Central America. They tend to hit. I wonder if Gav had a 3-course meal with some alcoholic beverages. Oh, he's just uploading tomorrow's video.
I wonder if Gav has had a 3-course meal with some alcoholic beverages. Have we got Giddy Gav in the comments? Still here, just upload tomorrow's historic video. Oh yeah, it's Monday. I keep forgetting it's bank holiday, Monday tomorrow. Just feels like to me it's a normal Monday.
Yeah. KP2. What are they saying? I'm just having a look on the Inky Pinky
yes, it's the
Ponky
lowest. I
Minky.
can remember where it said.
I'm
still live on Instagram. Is that finished now?
I have no idea, mate.
So we're trying go. We've gone live on Instagram for the first time, but apparently we can only go live up to an hour. So that's what we need to think about, considering we go live. Not we go live to about an hour, but I think recently in the last month or so, we seem to be going to about an hour and a half, which is still all right.
Yeah. We'll manage. Yes. So I think with the lowest R1 is around, I think it's the low end of HF, so it'll be probably the lowest band, so 160, 80 and 40 probably. That means nothing to anyone unless you know radio. It'll be probably between 1 and 10 megahertz.
And Laura's asking, what is tomorrow's vid, Gav's vid? Well, what is tomorrow's...
Yes, come on, Gav. Let us know. While I look up what an R1 blackout is, even on the ham.
And while you're doing that, I'll go over to the ECMWF long range. Bring that up in just a moment. And have a look at the sea level pressure. See how they're looking. So let's take myself off the screen and bring that back to full screen. Laura sat outside because it was that hot. Yeah. Back to the 60s, part 2, 65 to 66. Ooh. I wouldn't have remembered that because I wasn't born for about another 20 years.
I'll get me flares out, Gav. Speaking of flares, solar flares.
15-minute epic. Ooh. I'll try and catch that tomorrow when I get home from work. Right, let's have a look at the ECMWF mean sea level pressure weekly anomaly charts. So this is what it says on the tin. It's the mean sea level pressure chart for the course of a week. This is shown between the 6th of May to the 13th of May. And what do we have here? Something I've not really seen much of in the last 9 months or so. Area of high pressure sat over the UK, controlling our weather. Finally. So literally that high pressure we've seen on the ECMWF and the GFS 6 and 12Z run, as area of high pressure sat over the UK, finally drying things out for now. With loose inverted commas and all that palaver. So what happens to the 13th to the 20th of May? Does that area of high pressure stay there? No, absolute flip. Flip? Yes, flip. Area of high pressure this is showing area of high pressure, low pressure sat towards the south of the UK. That is bringing in a bit of a southeasterly flow on this. So that's sitting in just Biscay there. That could bring potentially some maybe thunder or rain up from the southeast. It's 20th from May to the 27th. Still got low pressure in charge again because sat towards the west. That could be still bring perhaps something up from the southeast. So potentially for some storms to come up there. 27th of May to the 3rd of June, as it stands, area of high pressure sat that with the Azores high kicking in there just towards the south of the UK. That would bring the winds in from the west, so it could have low pressure sat where we don't really want it. No signal there, but potential for some weak low pressure maybe across the UK, which we don't really want to see for the start of June, is it?
Nope. There we
3rd
go.
of June to the 10th of
Fine.
June. High pressure sat towards the west. That will bring the winds in again from a bit of a northwesterly there. It's not showing it there, but could be a trough of low pressure set over the UK, so that could give a spell of rain or showers. And going that far ahead, there's really no signal there.
Yeah, there's a question just come up in the comments from, who was it? Dean Ratcliffe, saying, what do you think this summer will bring? To be honest with you, mate, right this moment, it's so hard to say because the weather is in a stuck pattern, and it varies with run to run. No two runs are really agreeing at the moment.
Also for me as well, the jet stream is at its weakest. Is actually its weakest compared to the whole year.
Yeah. Audio said, someone give the weather a little blue pill. I wonder why that is. I think it needs a shot in the arm. Never mind a little blue pill.
Well, since we've got blue pills, I'm just about to read Scab's comment of saying that looks warm and wet. Does that really well go together, does it?
It would be if I had a little blue pill.
Next Sunday, we're all going to Gav's for 3-course meal. Oh, yeah, we are, aren't we? It's poor panicking now. No, you're not coming around.
Sugar lumps.
Story of this year's summer, I think. Flip-flopping all the time, I reckon.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I think it's going to be, it's going to be a flippy-floppy kind of year.
Someone give the weather some Viagra.
That's the little blue pill I'm on about.
I'm tempting that out tomorrow, Gav, so make sure I catch up with it in the week. What are you going to cook for the meal, Gav?
Full roast, hopefully.
I had a nice lamb dinner earlier on.
Yeah.
Of course, meal is far too much food for me. I'll tell you what, I had a nice Viennetta earlier on. Didn't Ultrabox do a song called Viennetta? Oh, no, it was Vienna. All be seeing is, Viennetta. Now it's Vienna.
Viennetta. Right,
anyway, back to the ECWF charts.
Yeah, we'll have to wrap it up soon because it's 9:30.
So let's have a look at the precipitation for the same charts we looked at. So again, this is for precipitation charts for the 6th of May to the 13th of May, and we're looking not seeing this very often. We're looking drier than average across the whole of the UK. 13th of May to the 20th, and we're looking slightly wetter than average. But that with that low pressure sat just towards the south of us, that could possibly bring in some heavy rain, perhaps thunder rain as well, thundery showers with that setup. 20th to 27th, we're looking still slightly above average for rainfall, which we don't really want to see. And the 27th to the 30th, it's more or less average. There's a little few patches there of above average rainfall. Then 3rd of June to the 10th of June, it's looking slightly wetter, perhaps for East Anglia, but we're going a bit too far ahead than these charts can probably really cope with. And so I've got those wonderful temperatures. There we'll probably start wrapping things up. So the 6th of May to the 13th of May, and we're looking above average compared to normal. So that should. So we're looking at at least 3 to 6 degrees above average for parts of the western areas. The 13th from May to the 20th, we're looking above average. Oh, that's the same one I've looked at there. 27th to the 3rd of June. Looking average to above average across the UK and right back end. It's obviously the signal drops. So it looks like temperatures are definitely going to be staying average to above average. But this time it's not going to be wet. It's actually going to be more drier compared to what we've been used to.
Oi.
No, it's going. I'm off to Steam Gala Gav to photograph some steam trains. It's been a long time since I've been, so I don't know how it would be in the wheelchair. Bit of a gamble.
You'll be right.
I'm not too sure. Are you subscribed to Nodrog? Because he also does Nodrog's, shall I say, boss. He runs he started Weather Fans, and myself, Paul and Liz look after Weather Fans page. But also on his YouTube channel, he does the railway as well. He does his rail roundup, which had a new episode come up just yesterday. So if you go into Nodrog and find the rail roundup, you'll get latest news from the railways there. Also,
and a quick plug for railway community as well. Your railway community.
Yes. Actually, while you're saying that, I can bring that onto the screen now. My voice is going because I'm talking a lot.
I know, and I'm drifting.
So let me bring it up on the screen, actually. So,
yeah, for all those who like a bit of the old choo-choo action, we were joking about this yesterday as well. Me and Michael are off.
The sister channel.
Go on, carry on.
The sister channel to Weather Fans is Your Railway Community, which also is run by Nodrog. And
it's our sister channel.
Yes, so Your Railway Community. So if you like a railways, go and join Your Railway Community.
And the gaffer as well.
Yeah, and you can actually see the rail roundup.
Yeah, Blackpool Simon.
Yeah, is that one there.
Yeah, the one that Blackpool Simon's pinned.
So yeah, it's not.
And also, give the gaffer a subscribe as well. If you can pull up the gaffer's page as well. Or do you want me to do that?
I haven't got YouTube loaded up my screen at the moment.
No, I'm on about his Facebook page.
Has he got one?
He has, yeah.
Has he?
Yeah. I've been on the footplate of the Scotsman. So brings anything into it. Been on the Scotsman as well. I paid 20 quid last year to go and stand on the Scotsman. And it was at Keighley and Worth Valley. Should have his page live anyway.
Yeah, I've got it. I forget about that because I'm not associated with his YouTube channel.
Yeah, but he's got 3 YouTubes. He's got his Storm Chaser, his Spookies, and there we go. I haven't been active for a little bit, but see there. The last man in Blackpool. Good blokes. 2 good blokes there.
Yes, definitely.
Got to bump into Gordon at some point. We've got to have that breakfast as well. We'll drag Gav as well. We'll drag Gav as well for a breakfast with Gordon. Right, guys, 25 to 10, flipping heck. Been going an hour and 40 minutes nearly. So tomorrow, thunderstorms, sunny spells. I would say bring a brolly, but I wouldn't want you to get struck with lightning.
Yeah.
I was a fireman on Scotsman, stationed at Grand Central. It was an easy engine to fire. It is bloody warm on the footplate as well. So yeah, tomorrow, thunderstorms, sunny spells. Watch out for the stuff down in the southeast. Could get a bit spicy. And then the rest of the week,
probably one of those fine features. It could be heavy and thundery, or it could be just really dull and wet all day. It's something we really need to keep an eye on.
Yeah. So, rest of the week looks to be dry. with that high pressure. So
yeah,
that sums it
looking
up.
well set after get tomorrow out of the way. I reckon there might be just a slight risk for Tuesday, a few showers around, but after that, as we're seeing high pressure building through Tuesday, and looks like through to the weekend at least, it's looking high and dry.
Yeah,
high teens, maybe low 20s.
For once, especially when I've got to get stuff done as well, which is brilliant. Yes, very well now. Oh yeah, he was open when I was on it at Keighley and Worth Valley, unfortunately. So I got quite cooked, and I had to come off the footplate. Anyway, I digress, and I think we'll wrap it up there, Michael.
Yeah. Good night to all. Good night, Gav. Good night, Steph.
Not all.
Rachel and everyone else, Catherine as well, for joining us through the live stream, and other people that
just
joined
passed
us.
by.
And Audio Coffee as well.
Yeah. AM radio and so on. Yep. If you've got anything, just chuck it up on the Weather Fans page. Yeah, I'll probably be out with my radio tomorrow if I'm honest, if I get the chance. Might go up to Hartside or up into the hills somewhere and go play a bit of radio. Night everyone, night Gav. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you, Gav. So yeah, as you see on the banner below, thank you for watching Weather Fans Live. Don't forget to join Gav's Weather Vids live at 6 p.m. next Sunday. I think it's streaming live, I'm not sure, but it's on our generic banner now. And obviously we'll be live next Sunday from 8 p.m.
So yeah, thank you, Steffi, and thank you, Gav. Yeah, I think we'll call it a wrap. I'll say goodnight from him.
And it's good night from him with that white thing circle mood do that magic.
Yeah. roll the credits.
Yeah, we say goodnight. Thanks for watching, guys.
Roll the credits.
No, I want to stop here all bloody night. All right.
No, I'm joking. Night, guys.
Yeah. Hang on, I need to find the VT.
VT.
Good night.